Hi there, I'm Daniel Sandler, and of course, thank you so much for attending today's training. I want to explain a little bit about me and my brands and how I started within the industry. So just to give you an idea of what you're buying into when you get the Daniel Sandler brand. I started being a makeup artist 25 years ago in London, and it was a wonderful time. It was the 80s when I was a teenager. And it was the time of the New Romantics. There was fantastic new music around, you know, with Debbie Harry and at the end of punk. And of course there was the New Romantics. And it was the New Romantics that really sort of attracted me the most. I loved the expressionism that men and women were doing with makeup and hair and the music. And there were the first pop videos coming out, all this sort of thing. So that was really dragged me into knowing the power of what fantastic hair and fantastic makeup could do. And I was putting it on me, putting it on my friends, you know, whoever I could get going out clubbing. It was great. So I knew that I had a real interest in makeup. From that, I did a course at the London College of Fashion where I studied makeup for a year, but then it just happened that I bumped into, well, my sister Nikki actually said to me, "Danny, come to the weigh-in," where Nikki was working at the time, and she said, "Mary Quant is coming to sign her book, Colour by Quant." And Nikki actually bought me the book, brought it home and said, "Look, Mary Quant's actually coming into the department. Bring a book, she can sign it for you." So I said, "Okay, fine." Now, in the weigh-in then, it was really hip and trendy. And not only was there the latest young funky fashions, but they had a few makeup counters, Mary Quant being one of them. So I queued like everybody on a Saturday afternoon. It was 4 o'clock. I remember it like it was yesterday. It came to my turn. I opened my book. She said, "What's your name?" Blah, blah, blah. She did, "Daniel, best of luck." She said, and I just happened to say to her, "I really love your makeup. I want to be a makeup artist." Well, she then introduced me to her PA, a lovely girl called Louise. Louise said to me, "Give me your phone number. I'll call you on Monday and I'll arrange for you to come in and you can have a whole load of Mary's makeup." Well, that to me was like amazing, because studying makeup and buying whatever I could from Miss Selfridge or wherever at the time was all I could get. So I went in on the Monday, I phoned her on the Monday, and then I went into the office like a couple of days later, and she gave me the most enormous box of Mary Quant colours, you see. And she actually said to me, "There's an agent looking for young makeup artists, can I give your name?" So I said, "Sure." Well, you know, what did I have to lose? So she got me an interview with an agent. Now the great thing was that I'd already done quite a lot of makeup, not just at college, but my dad being a famous session hairdresser of a certain era. We're talking from the 50s, the 60s and the 70s when my dad was really famous. I was very lucky that I'd been to a lot of the fashion shows where he used to present hair on stage, and I used to go to a lot of the very good shoots that my dad used to work on for covers of magazines and things. So I'd already seen firsthand what goes on backstage, what it's like behind the scenes. I'd grown up in the industry of providing a service to either a woman or a celebrity or an actress or a model or something. So it was second nature to me. And Dad had introduced me to people like Vidal Sassoon, Trevor Sorbie, the owners of Tony and Guy. There were other, you know, there was Joshua and Daniel Galvin. So there are a lot of hairdressers that I met that I worked with already. So when I'd gone to the agent, I said, "I've done all this and this is what I'm doing and I love makeup, da da da." She took me on, and that was my, you know, where I started within cosmetics. The first job I ever did was assisting the St. Martin's College of Art fashion show, where John Galliano did his first collection. That was the most amazing experience. And it was the first show I ever did with Yasmin Le Bon. And I was 18, Yasmin was like 16, and we both got to the Jubilee Halls in Covent Garden where the show was going on. We both got there really early, and we just hit it off immediately. And Yasmin and I have been friends for like so many years now, and every now and again, you know, she crops up, I crop up, and you know, it's great. So the 90s for me was the most amazing time. I worked in London, Paris, New York, and I travelled around working with a lot of the top photographers and doing some of the most amazing fashion shows, Gucci, Tommy Hilfiger, London Fashion Awards, and just really making a name for myself within the industry. Then I was approached by Bourjois Cosmetics to be the face and the voice of Bourjois Cosmetics. This is about 10 years ago. So I then started working with Bourjois Cosmetics, talking about the products each season, all the new colours, the new formulas, to the beauty press. This was really good because it showed the beauty press that there was a makeup artist out there who could tell them what are the colours to wear for the season, where do you put blusher, where do you put lipstick, all this kind of thing, which was really fantastic because it was very revolutionary. Really, beauty magazines only a few years ago were saying, this is where you put blusher, this is the lipstick of the season. Suddenly, makeup artists suddenly had a voice, and I was very lucky that I was also one of those makeup artists to be chosen that had a voice that could actually do makeup but explain how and why I was doing something at the same time. This led to me being on TV, on programs like This Morning and BBC, makeover shows, which I still do once in a while now. So it was very good. My profile was building. Whilst I was doing, whilst I was the bourgeois makeup artist, the PR happened to say to me, Daniel, why don't you bring out your own makeup range? So I thought about things that actually were in my kit that I used to mix together. Basically, there were certain products that I could mix a little bit of Revlon with a bit of Stila or a little bit of Yves Saint Laurent, and I'd make my own colour, my own formula that I knew that worked, because I'd been working with bands like Hearsay, Liberty X, Atomic Kitten, Boy George, whoever, and I was creating certain products, certain colours and certain textures based on how I like to mix things, because you know, you can't always find what you want out there. So when I created my own range, I kind of mixed all those products together, and I would come up with one product, and that's what I'd show to the scientist. And I'd say, look, this is what I need. I mix this, this, and this. The end result is that I get this and this and this, and it works for me. This is what I want my brand to have. So that's how I created the watercolour. Because it was a mix of 3 or 4 different products that I'd bring together to create a wonderful glow and long-lasting stain to the cheek. Other things from my kit included the mini brush mascara called Baby Jet, which was a brush that I discovered in Japan many years ago, and it was so amazing for short lashes that I knew that when I brought out my own range that I needed to have a minuscule brush mascara, because not every woman wants a huge jumbo brush mascara. And then another product that I really wanted to bring out, which I have now, is my invisible blotting powder, which is like a white pressed powder. And that I found really useful, because Naomi Campbell said to me at the Tommy Hilfiger show, she presented me with this white loose powder, and after I put the base on her, she said, now use this powder on me, I've just discovered this, it's fantastic. And I was thinking, what's this white powder going to do for her face? Is it going to make her look, you know, chalky and all this kind of thing? I put it on her face, it made the makeup, the base, look more natural. It set the base, but it didn't totally mattify it, but it didn't alter the change the shade of her foundation, which was fantastic. So I knew that when I was going to bring out my own range, I wanted that product but in a pressed powder version, so it's more portable and more easy to use and more convenient for a woman to have in her bag. These are all the things that we sell really well on QVC as well, all the things that our heroes do really well for us on QVC. I created the Timeless Beauty Collection, which is based on the best sellers of what we have in the Urban Retreat in Harrods. The Timeless Beauty Collection is based on all our best sellers, as I say, and all the really simple things that a woman can use every single day to make herself look and feel fantastic. I feel that there is an awful lot of pressure for women to look as fantastic as a celebrity. We see it all the time in the press, you know, and it does send out an awful lot of negative messages, and I do feel that this is the wrong message for a brand to send out. What I believe is that a woman can look fantastic every single day of her life, for her age, for her lifestyle. I don't believe that a woman should want to look like something she's not. I don't believe that a woman should have the pressure of looking like something she's not, because I think that that can eat away at women's insecurities, and we all know women can have lots of those, unfortunately. So the brand is very much about supporting how a woman wants to look. It's very much supporting her lifestyle. There are certain products like my water base, which has a tinted moisturizer and a concealer in the lid. So you have combination products that work together that are really good. There are certain formulas within the range that are waterproof, like my eyeliner pencils that are totally waterproof, which are fantastic. And of course there are the small shaped, the small handle size brushes, award-winning from Cosmopolitan magazine. Again, great tools that a woman can apply the makeup with to get great results. I don't believe you have to be a makeup artist to get fantastic results with my product, you just have to have basic makeup knowledge. Because if you have to be a makeup artist to use my products, it won't work in the retail environment, because a woman will think, I'm not a makeup artist. If she goes to MAC and she sees all those formulas, all those colours, all those textures, a woman can think, well, I'm not a makeup artist. I might buy one product, but I'm not really very good at blending and all this. So to buy into a brand like MAC can be a little bit of a struggle for quite a lot of ladies. Even though it's a highly successful brand, it's quite hard for most women to use unless they're a little bit, or quite makeup savvy. So the brand really is attracted to, I don't want to say the word real women, because a woman knows every morning when she looks in the mirror that she's a real woman. You don't have to tell a woman that she's a real woman because she knows it. But what it does do, it addresses her issues like high colour, skin imperfections, lack of moisture, and longevity of products is really important to me, that when she puts something on, it's really going to last. So when you buy into the brand, you're buying a product that works from me, that's based on my kit, it's based on the best sellers from Harrods, and it just really is, well, it's award-winning now as well, which is fantastic. We've only been going a few years, but the brand is doing really well. It's still very exclusive. We want to keep it, not necessarily to just a small few outlets, but we're very, very choosy where it goes. And we find that it's really kind of ticking the boxes and making a lot of interest, especially within the mineral arena. Because the products, even though a lot of them are mineral, they're liquid mineral as opposed to powder mineral, because I believe that the liquid mineral foundation actually makes the skin look younger, fresher and brighter, and it's less messy than some of the loose mineral powders that you either love them, you can get on with them, or you can't get on with them. There's definitely room for more makeup brands to come out, because every makeup brand should cover a different space within the cosmetic arena. I think the important thing for a woman is to have a choice, but to be able to go to a brand and know that she has a choice that works for her, whatever the occasion, daytime, nighttime, special occasion. And this is what I believe that the Daniel Sandler, I can't even say my own name, the Daniel Sandler brand delivers. So there we go, that's a little bit about me. If you want to keep in contact with what we're doing, I think it's really important that you, is my trusty little iPad, hold on, let me just click that. I think it's really good that you get in touch with us and you follow, hold on, let me do this properly. Somebody's opened up the wrong page for some reason, okay. On the danielsandler.com website you can find a link to our Facebook page that totally Nikki makes sure, it's Nikki that looks after this, and she makes sure that everything on the Daniel, that happens with me, my brand, with all the products, goes live on there. If you want to know the latest and the really up-to-date things that are happening, the danielsandler.com website will link you to Facebook. What's the Facebook page called?
Daniel Sandler Cosmetics.
Okay, Daniel Sandler. We also tweet. Nikki tweets under a different name.
Cosmetic Buddy.
There we go. Cosmetic Buddy, if any of you tweet. And
he took the Daniel Sandler one on Twitter.
Yeah, but I don't know how to use it. I'm really thick like that. Okay. But this is the Daniel Sandler. Let me go to my home page. Okay, it should be loading. Here we go. Put it this way, actually. Where's my home page? There we go. That's the home page. That tells you absolutely everything. It sees the charity work we do. This is all the press that we have. It's pretty much exactly what everything you'd expect, depending on how quickly you're downloading. There we go. This is me the other day working with Nell McAndrew, doing Carly Cole for Hello Magazine. So you can see that there's everything. I'm not just the makeup artist who has the brand. I'm the jobbing makeup artist as well. I'm the makeup artist for Elle Magazine online. I'm the makeup artist for Boots online. Who else am I? Makeup artist for Cosmopolitan online as well. Many videos on Video Jug, and I go up and down the country talking a lot about cosmetics and how to get into the business of cosmetics and being a makeup artist. And I do that to an awful lot of the makeup schools and beauty colleges up and down the country. So there's a lot of things that I get involved in as well as being a judge for most of the beauty awards in Style, Cosmopolitan, Handbag.com, whatever. You know, I generally get a call at some point saying, "What do you think about this?" You know, sort of thing. So it's all good stuff. Alrighty, thank you. There we go.